Okay, example number 2 with puppy number 2. This is Ava. Aevah. I love spelling that name like that. She's my second pup. She's so pretty. All right, so we are going to, I don't know why I felt like I'm doing those. We are going to solve 4 plus 4, or I'm sorry, 4 equals 4 plus 4 cotangent to the 4 theta. Oh gosh, so many 4s. I am going to take this 4 right here and I'm going to subtract it from both sides. When you do that, you will get a 0 equals, like I like having the answers there, but they do kind of get in the way when I go to solve the problem. 0 equals 4 cotangent 4 theta. And then, of course, I will divide both sides by 4. So then 0 equals cotangent 4 theta. And again, when you have something here, it's not, oh, that's not a 4, that's not 4, 0. That's a 4 theta. There we go. Oh, terrible, 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 terrible. I haven't used to explain everything for a while. This right here is not just a simple theta or a simple x. So when you have that, you need to do the whole use substitution type deal. Not always, but oftentimes, and it works out nice. But ultimately, where is cotangent equal to 0? Well, guys, you got to remember that cotangent is technically x over y, right? And so we need the x to be a 0. So on the unit circle, where is our x equal to 0? Well, 2 places, pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2, right? Okay. Now we need all the answers in between 0 and 2 pi. Again, these guys are on a straight line, so you can write that as a pi over 2 plus a pi k, and you have to take it and set it equal to 4 theta, this 4 theta right here. So I'm going to set it equal to that 4 theta. Stop it. So 4 theta equals the pi over 2 plus pi over k. Pi k, sorry, not pi over k. Divide by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4. So I will get theta equals pi over 8, right? Divide by 2 and then divide by 4. It really means I'm dividing by 8. Plus pi over 4k. And so you write your first, as long as your first angle right here, like imagine k was 0, as long as your first angle is in the interval 0 to pi over 2, then it is an actual answer. And so there's your pi over 8, right? And then ultimately to get to the next step, all you're going to do is add multiples of, what are we doing? Add multiples of 1/4, right? So if k was 1, this would be 1/4. If k was 2, this would be 2/4. If k was 3, this would be 3/4. So you're really just adding 1/4 every single time. So when you're doing this, to get from pi over 8 to 3 pi over 8, you added 1/4. So you did 1/8 plus 1/4. Then you did another plus 1, like go to your calculator, plus 1/4, plus 1/4, plus 1/4, plus 1/4, plus 1/4, plus 1/4. Oh, not technically, sorry. Those are a little bit out of order. This 9 pi over 8 and the 11, like these obviously should have been there, and then there, and then there. So they're a little out of order. That's okay. It's not a big deal. You would write it as 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8, 9/8, 11/8, 13/8, and 15/8. But you're just adding 1/4 every single time. That's a terrible 1/4 over there. Okay, on to the next one.